What is the correct or the respectful way to pronounce Afghanistan, I, Iran, Iran? So, as a Russian speaker,
Yeah.
Afghanistan,
Yeah.
the an versus the an.
Yeah.
Is it different country by country? As an English speaker in
Yeah.
America,
Yeah.
is it pretentious and disrespectful to say Afghanistan,
Mm.
or is it the opposite, respectful to say it that way? What are your thoughts on
That's a
this?
fascinating question. I defer to the people from those countries to, of course, sort out those politics. I think one of the fascinating things about the region broadly is that it is a place of so many cultures and really quite cosmopolitan. So I think people are mostly quite forgiving about how you say Afghanistan,
So it's not
Afghanistan.
like Paris.
Yeah, yeah, right, right.
The
I mean,
French are not
yeah,
forgiving.
no, no, no. Yeah, yeah, exactly. No, I think people are very, very forgiving, and I
Yes.
think that you know Iranians are a bit, you know, more instructive in
Yep.
suggesting Iran rather than Iran, right?
Mhm.
Iraq,
Mhm.
Iraq. I think there's come to be a fit between certain ways of pronouncing these places and the position that Americans take about them, right? So it's more jarring when people say Iraq and it
Yes.
comes with a claim that a certain kind of person should be the victim of violence or
Yeah, it's
right. So does that
fascinating.
yeah.
It's kind of
But
like
yeah,
talking about the Democratic Party or the Democrat Party. It's
yeah,
sometimes using certain kind of terminology to make a little bit of a sort of implied statement about your beliefs. That's fascinating.
yeah. I mean, I think when I hear Iraq and Iran, I mean, I think is it intentional in the case of a Democrat or is it just a, innocent, whatever? I think most Iranis and Afghans people I know have been very cool about that. What annoys Afghans now, I can say, I think it's fair to say, I don't mean to speak for
Hmm.
millions of
For an
people,
entire group
for,
of
for entire
people,
group of
yeah.
people, but I can just share with our non-Afghan friends, the term Afghani is a kind of term of offense because that's the name of the currency. And so lots of people ask, why having, especially again, it's more directed at Americans because we've been so deeply involved in that country, obviously for the last 20 years, right? So Afghans ask why, after 20 years, are you still calling us the wrong name?
What is
Af-
the right name of
just
somebody
they,
who
they, they
listens?
prefer Afghans,
Afghans.
yeah, and Afghani is the name of the currency, and so
I just dodged a bullet because I was gonna
that's
say
cool. No, no,
Afghanis.
yeah, I hear you. No,
That's
no,
really great to know.
yeah, yeah, and again, I think, but I would emphasize that people are quite open and it's a whole region of incredible diversity and respect for linguistic pluralism, actually. So I think that, but I also appreciate that in this context, when there's a lot of pain, in the Afghan diaspora community in particular, being called the wrong name after 20 years when they already feel so betrayed at this moment, just kind of, if one follows us on social media, that is one kind of hot wire, right?
Yeah, so the reason I ask about pronunciation is because, yes, it is true that there are certain things when mispronounced kind of reveal that you don't care enough to pronounce correctly.
That's
You
right.
don't know enough to pronounce
Right.
correctly,
Right.
and you dismiss the culture and the people, which I think,
That's right.
as per your writing, is something that, if it's okay, I'll go with
Yeah.
Afghanistan just because I'm used to it. I say
Right.
Iraq, Iran, but I say Afghanistan.
Yeah. It's great.
Is as you do in your writing, Afghanistan suffers from much misunderstanding from the rest of the world.